I gotta see how I'm doing. What's going on, guys? How y'all doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope everything is all good for you. Hey, everybody coming in. While you come in, please double tap that screen for me so that it just shows the algorithm that we're live and that we're just chilling. Um, wow, it's been a long time since I've been here. And when I say here, I'm talking about right here on this platform and actually doing Hello World. Um, let me just do one other thing, guys, and then um, make sure that's off because I want to see, kind of like what I look like on another screen. Let's see. I know, you know what? I was waiting for this moment for like the longest time, and I don't know. All right, so here we go. Hey, Jess. Hey, Josh. What's going on, guys? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing fine. So I'm glad you guys are here. And this is another episode of Hello World. So, hey, guys. Hey, 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 guys. Welcome to another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference. Um, Let me put my little mic on, y'all. Who is dead? There we go. See, I'm so unprepared. So tell me, how's everybody's day going? How was your Thanksgiving? Did you do anything exciting? What was going on? Gotta let me know. There we go. All right, so that should make the sound a little bit more, more efficient. So guys, my name is Joy, and the name of the company is Be the Difference. And what we do is we like to inspire people through written messages on clothing, such as what I'm wearing right now. So if you do desire or have a desire to be the difference and you need to motivate somebody without saying a word, please go on over to the links in the description or down below and you can go ahead and get that. You relaxed for Thanksgiving? That's good. It was okay. Thank you guys for the follows. Thank you for the shares. Um, so as I was thinking about what I wanted to do and what I wanted to say, I just was like, no. There were so many thoughts that were going through my mind, and there's so many things that I can talk about, but I'm like, do I want to do all of that right now, or do I want to space everything out? But I think the best thing that I should do right now is talk about my day. So I woke up this morning. I went to the gym, and the gym was good. Um, I didn't go extra early. I got there just in enough time so that I could um, it wasn't crowded. And I don't think the gym is going to be as crowded anymore because there's a competitor. And that competitor is, I guess all of the members that I'm used to seeing at the gym that I go to have gone off to that one. So the busyness is not that bad. I only did 3 exercises. If you want to watch what I've done and maybe do some of the exercises and challenge yourself, you can go on over to the YouTube channel and check out that fitness video there. Thank you, La Familia. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I am streaming on 2 different platforms right now, in case you guys are wondering. So feel free to invite a friend. Um, keep on tapping the screen, sharing, following, all of those things are very good and necessary, at least to help spread the word about what we're doing and about how it can be inspiration to us. So as I sit here and think about what I should talk about, only thing I can say is this is going to be a December for all of us to remember. And the reason why I say that is because there's been so many phenomenal things that have happened in the year 2025. before, that we gotta finish it out with a bang. Could be one of those times where in our personal lives and then it's so spectacular, you can imagine. Off with a bang. And I intend on ending it with a bang. And more recently, I've learned how self care, actually learned the definition of what self care really means. And and it's and I say this almost in every live that I have done since that moment. And I'm talking about since like last. And what I realized is if we're not completely good with ourselves and how our life is going, there's no way in the world we can actually help anyone else. And if you don't really believe me, that's perfectly fine. I don't actually want people to believe what I say off that. I would like for you to test it for your own self to make it be approved so that when you approve it, you'll know that you cannot stray from it because no one told you, but you identified what it truly meant on your own. So I got a call last Saturday, and as you guys all know, maybe you don't, but I do printing for a living, and I print custom garments. I print um, different stuff. I print pretty much anything, or I can print anything. And I got a call. Actually, it was a text message, and we're talking about a Saturday evening around 8:30 in the evening. When office hours was completely full, and the person was in a bind, and they really needed something in a timely manner, which was like, I.e. Monday. And I said, you know what? I want to help this person. I want to make sure I can do it and be so for a good hour or two, we're going back and forth by text message, emails about a file. And I'm looking at my computer that's actually going to print the files. So what I see and what is the actuality are two different things. So I didn't realize until I got into the office Monday what was really happening. And what happened was I opened the file, I printed the file, and it was completely pixelated. Now, in the excitement of trying to make sure I took care of this person, and over exceeded their expectations, I failed to look at the file to see the actual size of it and resolution. Had I done all of that, have been able to pinpoint that the file was very much a solution, and it would be something that I wouldn't be able to print unless I got a better file. And I wasn't about to recreate a file because that's not the piece. So, and I even told this person, I'm gonna go into the studio extra early just so I can finish so I can do your stuff and then, bump your stuff up ahead of someone else's order. Mind you, I did have an order for some other things to print, but I was like, you know what? If I go really early in the morning, then I won't have to worry about staying late. Else to do. The other thing is, if I went really early, I would be sacrificing going to the gym. So I said, it. That was mistake number one. I sacrificed my well-being, my health, and my schedule to meet someone else's needs. Don't ever do that, guys. Unless it's an emergency. I do not recommend going out of your way to do things unless it's an emergency or unless God, you make a creative, whoever even says and puts a thumping on your heart. Don't do it because in actuality, someone else's rush may really not that much of a rush long as it's done in that day. Thank you guys for the text and everything you're doing. I appreciate that. So when I finally get there, now mind you, I make sure I take the custom orders, I take things in advance because there's been one or two instances where I thought that I could trust the person, um, come through whatever, and I printed and it just did not pick up your designs. So that's material, loss of material, and loss of time. So I lost 3 ways. So the person paid for it. And then, like I said, when I went to go print the image, it was so pixelated. I was like, there's no way in the world I could give this him. So me being who I am, I decided, let me just see if I could like use my little editing programs that I have to see if I can pump it up. And I was like, you know what? If I wanted to bump this up, it's gonna take me about 3 hours or more just to bump this up. So I kindly called them and I said, "Hey, I printed it. This is the picture of what it looks like, what the file that you gave me versus the file that I have." And the file wasn't so bad, but it was still pixelated to a degree. And then they're like, "Okay, fine. I'm gonna go and find somebody. I'm gonna go to the artist." So long story short, not only did I lose my self care by going to the gym and staying on my schedule because Lord knows going to the gym is a priority, but one of the priorities that I'm slacking on if I could, as I could. And two, I did not able to get in done. So they end up canceling the order. And because I had nothing written about refund policies, because guys, let's just face it, I haven't had to deal with refunds. And so I know that it would be happening eventually, but you know, I've people have sent me images and files that have been excellent for so long, so I didn't think twice. So I did a chargeback, but it taught me a very valuable lesson. Ever, ever self care ever again. Because while I did refund them, they were very thankful and they said they wanted to work with me in the future because I was so helpful, which was fine and dandy, but I can't get that time back. We're never ever going to be able to get the time back. So whenever you have the opportunity to practice self-care, please do that. Choose you. I guarantee you, when you choose you first, it's not being selfish. At least I would hope and desire that your idea of self-care doesn't come off in a self-indulgent way where it's gonna be like I'm better than people, but more so a fulfilling thing where if you don't take care of self, you cannot be there for others. That's the kind of self-care that I want that day. And that's the desire that you're catching on to tonight. The aspect of self-care that we all need to have is making sure we are spiritually connected to God, maker, creator, or whatever you believe in, however you were raised, whatever you know a light to be, whatever that is, because we're not here to argue who's better and who's more sovereign than the other. Because actually, at the end of the day, none of us have ever really faced eye to eye to whatever has created us. We've only been taught from different variations of other people's perspectives about what God, maker, creator, who is, whether it's a he or she, it actually doesn't even matter. At the end of the day, it's the same thing that we cannot see that gives us light to life and love, our first love. And I say that because our first love was the only love that actually allowed us to go through the birth canal to be raised and born. Now, how people may have protected us, guided us, is not going to be the direct reflection of who actually created us. We've come into an imperfect world, and sometimes we can't blame the people who were supposed to care for us. Some people have been thrown into situations to become care providers. Some people accidentally became care providers. And then there's some people who should have never been care providers. But the simple fact is that they provided an entry for us to come. And sometimes it's all that is, it's just an entry. And we have to navigate this life on our own. And then gather different people who become part of our tribe so that we can be better and actually fulfill the purpose that we have. And go back to our first love that gave us life and the continuous light that shines through all of us. Now, whether you want to allow your light to shine is really up to you. I don't know what to say. How are you going to allow your light to shine? Man, I've gone through so much in less than 300 days. But even though, even in those 300 days, I still fight. I still I still believe, I still love, I still show gratitude because I don't have to have. I don't have to be here. I don't have to be alive. I don't have to be living. I don't have to have a roof over my head. I don't have to have people who actually care for me. But in spite of all of the things that I've had to go through, I still have the love. I still have food provided. Hey Tim, how you doing? Hey Jazz. In spite all of that, in spite all of those situations, those circumstances, I'm still here. I still get to smile. I still get to laugh. I still have freedom, final freedom. And what I do with the time is absolutely going to be a reflection of what will happen in the future. I appreciate it, Tim. So, shall I proceed into the year 2024 or shall I just wait? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I should wait. Maybe I should. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I want to encourage each and every single one of us to please never, ever, ever stop living our lives. Never stop pursuing your dreams. Never stop exceeding your own expectations. Because I guarantee you, you're going to be surprised. And the people who get to benefit from the surprise and how you live it will continue to make this world a better place. So, what are you going to do? Some of us are desperate for love. Others of us are desperate for quick answers to things in life that we don't understand. Some of us need guidance, protection. Don't we all need protection? Absolutely. All I would like to say is don't allow the opportunities of this year. because I believe this year is the pinnacle year that's going to start the new cycle, right? Right? Everybody's been talking about everything is new, everything's different. Absolutely, it has been different. Everything has been different. I believe slowly but surely, more of our world, more of the United States are getting better, right? I understand there's always going to be a push. That's life, that's normal, it's resistance, that's how it's supposed to be. But I feel like a lot more of us are on the same page. We're all on the same page, where most of us are on the same page where we don't want to repeat history anymore. And because we don't want to repeat history anymore, we want things brand new. Man, we're moving into the world of crypto. Did you guys know that? Are you aware that we're moving to a world of crypto? You say, how is that possible? Absolutely, it's possible. We've been using credit cards for the last umpteenth years. Most of the stores that we go to say that we cannot accept your cash anymore, which is absolutely illegal, and most of us do know that. But at the end of the day, that digital currency tracked, but cryptocurrency is not tracked yet. But that's the new thing. That's like, remember when people probably didn't think Amazon was gonna be such a big thing? That was back when everybody thought AOL and dial-up was going to be the extent of internet, but now we have wireless. Who would have ever had imagined wireless? So because we probably didn't imagine those things is why we should probably pay more close attention to the new things. This is the new generation. This is the new era. Cryptocurrency. It's new. So if you don't jump on now, thank you for the heartbeat. If you don't jump on it now, then 10 years or 5 years from now, you would have missed the next big thing. And how many of us have lived through all of these brand new inventions? I can say most of us have probably lived through all of these new inventions and never expected these inventions to actually be the main driving force in our lives. So I'm speaking though just because I want all of us to at the very least, research it, see what's trending, maybe buy a few things here and there while it's cheap and throw it away to the side and watch how it grows. I'll use an example. I got one little piece of crypto in 2021 when we were going through the thing, and I got it when it was like 60 cents. I didn't get much of it. I got a little bit. And now that thing is $1.70. Well, actually, as of today, that thing is $2.15. Now imagine if I back in 2021, imagine if I just what more? Where would I be? So guys, because we're moving into a brand new year, make December be the pinnacle of the best years of your 2025 and beyond. Don't get left back in the cold saying, "Oh man, I shoulda, coulda, woulda." But I mean, how many times have we all said we shoulda, coulda, woulda, and just wished away life to have been different? Well, we no longer have to wish it away. Pay attention to the news, pay attention to people who are in these different stocks and cryptocurrencies. Pay attention to how the retail market is going. Pay attention to how the housing market is going because I declared 2024 December to remember. All things will be absolutely brand. I love Cat Williams because he set it off. He started. He didn't even start it. He actually was bold enough to make a difference and tell us, speak on it. And we don't have to sit back and be like, let's see. If he could be bold enough to speak on something that would come into fruition, how can you not want to be bold enough to speak your life into fruition? December to remember. Do it now. Hey, Jamie. Do it now. Start making bold strides this month because this is the last month of things being the same. This is the last month of everything being the cycle. This is the last month. Hey guys, you never know. Everybody's been talking about this 13 months in a year. You know, we may end up having and celebrating 13 months. It won't be just December and January. Everything that we thought was impossible became possible. So don't think that we have never experienced it, that the possibility is not possible. So make December be the month to remember when you decided to go full force, full throttle into whatever it is that you want to do in this life. Don't delay. We cannot afford to delay anymore. Get your mind right. Get your spirit right. Get your health right. Get your money right. Because 2021 was 2 years ago. Oh, 3 years ago. 2021 was 3 years ago. And who would have thunk it? 3 years later, that crypto that I had purchased for like 60 cents is now $2. Now, had I have just invested a little more time, so get yourself and start surrounding yourself around some financial people. Start surrounding yourself around some accountants. Start surrounding yourself around some techie people like Tim and the crew. Start surrounding yourself with people who are bold enough and who are edgy enough to try something new, to try something different, to live their life without borders, to live their life without defense or defense. So what you're gonna do, this is the first day of the last month of this year. We had 11 months to play around because I guarantee you when 2025 comes around, things are gonna be so different. I spoke about this on Hello World a couple years ago. I can't remember, but I know it was in the summertime when we're talking about our local professor, politicians, and stuff like that. And I made reference to every single last one of us. I don't care who you are, rich or ultra rich. I don't care. Any one of us can be victim to being homeless. Any single one of us. Any single one of us. And as we see, even to this day, billionaires losing all of their millions and almost being nowhere near me. All of us are one check away from being homeless, from being broke. So that's why we need to always show gratitude and grace and thankfulness to the Creator, or whoever you believe in, for all of the things that we have. Let us not have to become humble, because I guarantee you, in that humility, that pride is going to fall. And who wants their pride to be a victim of humility? None of us. So you might as well be prideless and be grateful for what you have. Live within your means. Share with others. Love others. create a life to help others, sustain your life, be a good steward of not only your finances, but a good steward of this body that we've been. No matter how good or bad it is, be a good steward of it. Help it to maintain. Give it the things that might be able to boost it up so that it can be a little better. And I'm talking to myself too, right? If we were to talk about, like, honestly, our health, between my health rate between 1 and 100, I would say right now it's probably at an 87, maybe 80, maybe 7 at best. Let's say my health is at a 7. So even knowing that my health is not pinnacle, I still desire to take care of this body that I have been given, regardless of the brevity of it, regardless of the things that are lacking, regardless of that all. I'm still trying my best to be a good steward so that even if I cannot completely heal myself, at least I can maintain and still have a decent life. So what are you doing? What sacrifices are you willing to make? I've sacrificed a lot, y'all. I have. I've sacrificed dairy, things that I absolutely loved and sacrificed just because I want to try my best not to have to be on medication that will break down other parts of my immune system. So I said, yeah, I may be a little different in there. I may not be able to indulge in things that I used to indulge in. I may not, I may just be even upset about it from time to time. But I know in the long run, it's going to help me. And I'd rather make that sacrifice than to be in pain, than to make my situation worse. So I sacrifice that. And I think about it often, like, oh my goodness, I miss pizza from time to time. I miss chicken. And the way I be watching some of these videos, I miss meat and cows and all that other stuff. I miss gravy. Okay. I miss ice cream. Sometimes I will indulge, but I end up paying for it in the end because I know that's stuff that I have been able to take away. So it's only my mind telling me that because I haven't had it and because everybody else around me is eating it, I should at least be able to too. Why not me? Why can't I? Now, oh, I get this shock of my when I do eat it. 2 steps forward, 20 steps back. Thank you for my heartbeat. So for me, I'm willing to sacrifice things that I used to love in order to create a better, sustainable life for myself. Because if I don't, I can't be here to fully help others. And if that's the sacrifice that I have to make, then I'm willing to do so because I want to leave this world with a better impression than when I came here, than what I had to live. So yeah, I've gone through a lot in my ageless years. I've gone through a lot, and I know we all have too, but it's worth it because I guarantee you, because I'm able to eliminate most of those things consistently, right? Because I've broken it a few. But since I've eliminated that stuff consistently, I'm no longer suppressed with sinus issues. That's not a big deal. So the brain doesn't have that pressure from the sinuses constantly. stop. My favorite thing is I used to buy boxes and boxes of pizza myself, and I used to bake pizza myself. Then a couple years ago, I used to make vegan pizza for myself by just, having crust and just doing vegetables and cheese, none of that stuff. And I didn't even make a sauce. I just used tomatoes. I sliced them finely, there, that was my sauce. Blase, and the rest of it was red onions, broccoli, all that other good stuff. It was very good. It was very good. But, oh, how I missed at some points in time pizza. But do I wanna be in pain with sinus issues? No. So I gladly give it away. I wouldn't be able to have a communicative environment with all of these things just inflamed. How can I hear my maker, God creator, whoever he is, believe it? I don't really care at this point. I just know I show reverence whenever I possibly can love with whatever human love that I possibly have for all of the things that I've been provided for. How can I have a community if all of this is inflamed when I'm thinking more so about the pain I'm in, when I can't even, it's clear. So not only did I give up and sacrifice that just for my own health, but I opened up the availability of having communication, right? Like, because when all of this is open, the world becomes a little bit more clear. You absolutely get to see things more different. You absolutely love a little different. You try your best to meet people where they are, or you try at least. I know for me, I try. Sometimes I fail drastically, but it's okay because I know that once I go back, forgiveness, show a little kindness. I remember all of these things that I've sacrificed. And that's just one part, right? There's a lot of things I got to sacrifice, but that's just one how it all ends up intertwining with each other. It's that deep, y'all. It's simple, but it's that deep. Just by changing your eating habits a little bit, you can get more connected to God, your maker creator, and your purpose and your vision becomes even more clear because now you don't have things that are interfering with your DNA and you don't have things that are interfering with your psyche, and that's more open. You don't have to worry about the brain fog. Heck man, the way I'm going, maybe I might need to have, I don't know. I don't want to, but if it happens, it happens. And the journey of becoming more WHOLE has definitely made me more considerate of nature, right? I mean, I say this often, but I never knew how much I loved nature until I actually saw nature. And there was no way I could see nature with all of the fogs that I had, right? Because all of our foods have so much chemicals inside of them, and there's always altering something about our personality. I mean, if you don't believe me, that's fine. I would say just cut out some of the things that we often eat that have all the chemicals, and I guarantee you that you understand what I'm saying a little bit more. Maybe you already know, but that's just my maybe it doesn't even have to be food for you. It could be other things. I feel like the things that we love the most, we should try our best, try, try our best to fast from. I'm just saying, I'll never forget. I fasted from music. Oh my gosh, that is like probably outside of food, music is probably my next greatest love. And I never imagined that I could actually fast from music. Like, you have no idea. I would be in the studio, I would be all the places, I would make music, but it was because I was able to fast from all of those things. I was more connected. And when I did hear for music, I have a different appreciation of it, and I'm very more careful and more strategic with what I allow to come in. And because I was able to sacrifice listening to music, God, my maker creator, pointed me in the direction of what certain tonalities do to you, alters your behavior. It's crazy. But the things that you're fasting from are the things that you end up learning why it was important to fast for them. And it doesn't mean that you have to fast for life. It's just a little bit. Make it a day, make it a week, make it a month. However, Sarah, how you doing? However, well, hey, Abby, how you doing? However, you can. Just do it. Make that a challenge. We can challenge ourselves. God forbid, guys, if we ever had to a position in life where the only way that we can survive life is with very limited resources, how can you survive it? If we're so used to watching TV always at a certain hour, having electronic devices always at the grasp of our fingertips, electricity at the grasp of our fingertips, if we're not used to being out those things, if we were ever challenged to not have those things, where would we be? How would we be able to maintain life? Man, I'm still like, I don't even know how to create a fire, how to make a fire. I wouldn't even know that. But I guarantee you, I wouldn't be worried about, oh my goodness, I need to watch TV. That would be the last thought. Because I deal with normal. Hey, building wealth, how you doing? Yeah, imagine that. If all of this shut off and we had to be as primitive as before, what would be your first? How would you survive? How would you even survive? What would be your first thing? What would be your first thing? Or would you die knowing that you've been prepared? How would you feel in emergency? I know for me, if any of those things, and I'm glad we're talking about it now because I wouldn't be prepared. If any of those things happened, if everything got turned off, I think the first thing I would need to do is be warm. I would need warmth because I know what it is to be in complete darkness. When we had that one and only hurricane or whatever it was, we didn't have lights for 7 days. Y'all, that was so traumatizing. It was so traumatizing. I remember just getting happy just to go to work because I knew where I worked had electricity and I could charge up on my device, enjoy light. I could enjoy heat as I was going towards my home. So light and dark. Being in that kind of darkness changed me. Living by candlelight, warming up, warming up shower water in pots because everything, was off, but we were able to warm up the water. So taking showers, it was like, I only if it was necessary, I would do a quick little shower. But let me tell you, in the midst of that situation, it brought the family closer because we all had We all were just trying to survive. So I think that's the one thing that will kick in. That survival mode will kick in is to team up with people. You see, now you understand what I'm saying when I say I need each other so badly? Because the first thing we do is we want to commune. We want to kick in together and make sure, no matter what. Because at the time, like me and my sibling, we are not close. Nowhere near close. I don't ever believe that I'll ever be close with my sibling. But when that time came, we were laughing, we were burning that candle, we were doing everything, talking about life, trying to stay warm. All right, well, I guess it's so dark. Let me go to bed. I'll talk to you later. And the worst of times created the best memory. Isn't that crazy how that is sometimes? So now, because this is the December to remember, can we not wait for another tragedy where we can do something different? Can we not wait for something that has to push us into flight mode? We start doing things different? Y'all, all in all, please let December be the beginning of the best next year of your life. Don't wait, don't procrastinate, don't delay. Start doing things. Because if I had purchased more of that crypto at 60 cents when it was back in 2021, if I had purchased way more, your girl has no worry financially in this world. So get yourself together mentally, physically, spiritually, actually. Find out what these cryptocurrencies mean. Meet somebody or know somebody that knows about cryptocurrency, especially if they have some knowledge. If you have extra money that you have spent at one of these fast food chains that don't give you anything except for instant gratification, put that money towards that currency because I guarantee you, 2025 and beyond is the new life that we all do not expect. Don't worry about all these political things. We're talking about all these different projects. Don't worry about that stuff because things have been unfolded for years and years and years. We've been repeating history for so long that it should not be a surprise to us that certain things systematically happen or historically happen every time. It should not be of that concern to you. We need to start deliberately building generational wealth and leave better legacy, leaving leaving our earth better. So whatever you have to do, put that resource into these currencies that may end up by the time January rolls around, boom, taking off. And if those things take off and you've been a good steward of the money that you've been given, I guarantee you this conversation will mean so much more. Don't wait for the next big trend to pass you by. And let me rephrase that. Don't wait for the next new way of living to pass you by because you have fear, doubt, and no resources. I guarantee you, each and every single one of us can come up with $100 just by eliminating some things that we don't necessarily need. Put that $100 into that currency that you researched, and I guarantee you 2025 is going to be more amazing. You're not going to need to worry about, oh, government needs to do this for me because you have already taken the reins in your hand and said December was the month to remember, and I made something brand new then because now I'm reaping the benefits. So I don't know when I'm going to be live again, but I at least want to do Hello World a little bit more, maybe next week or so. I don't know. But there's so much more that I wanna talk about, but I wanna be deliberate, and I wanna make sure I talk about it when it's the right time. So, I appreciate everyone that was here. Thank you guys for all of the taps, the shares, the likes, everything that you've done. Make this December day 1 to be the beginning of a brand new trend of your life and the people that will benefit from your new trend and from it, you started to learn and start to implement in your life. Because I guarantee you, things are never going to be the same. Things are going to be different. And it's not because of the people who are in power, it's because life is changing. And we have no control of this change because it's a supernatural change. It has nothing to do with physical people. These are supernatural changes that will be happening. So be a part of it. Don't be left. Thank you, Ocean. Y'all, I always would love to remind you that we are beautiful and amazing. There's no mistake about you. Every single thing that you've done, whether good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, does not determine how this latter stage of our lives are. We are absolutely in more control than we could have ever imagined. Take hold of the reins and start doing that thing. Start riding life out with no regrets and no fear. Start riding life out, y'all. We don't have any more time to waste. We gotta do it. Your memories are going to be looking forward to this. Your memories are gonna be looking forward to what we do at this very moment. And December is going to be the pinnacle because 2024 has already been revolutionary in so many facets, politically, socially, financially, all of the three self-care things. So now that those things have come to a halt, basically at a standpoint, now we need to be men and women, stand up and actually do things for ourselves. Stop waiting for somebody to do it for us. Stop waiting for things to be just right. Just do it. Just do it. Day one, you got 29 more days. However many new days are in December? 31 days. So we got, some time, about 30 days. Okay. We got 30 days. We have 30 days. Okay. We have 30 days. 30 days. A lot of life change things can happen in 30 days. We have 30 days. And I'm holding yourself accountable for these next 30 days. What are you going to do? Because 2025 is going to come and a lot of people are going to be left behind. You can't be one. None of us can be one because we've done this life too long and we can't live it the same anymore. It's not tolerable. It will not be tolerable. It will not be okay. It will not be some, oh, next time. There's no time. Turn off the TV, turn off the radio, turn everything off and focus on your well being so that you can be better for everyone else. Come back stronger, come back WHOL, whole. guarantee you, I guarantee you, life will be so the more you grow, the more other people can grow. So keep growing. Keep building yourself up so that others can come underneath you. And then maybe at some point in time, you can rely on the people that you help build up to help you along the way. And that's the type of humanity you create. That is the bond that I had always intended. Because we have so many different ideas, beliefs, thoughts, if we can collectively put them together, ain't no stopping, no stopping. It reminds me of this video I just posted earlier. If this world were mine, I wouldn't change it, but just a little bit. I would only want us all to see each other with the same light and eyes that God our Maker sees through us. We're all beautiful. Okay, there are a couple of people that are horrible, but aside, we're all beautiful. And we absolutely outshine all of the darkness. We just gotta believe it and do it. Guys, my name is Joy from Be the Difference. My desire is always help. My desire is always to help us all think differently because half the times I'll be like, oh, I never think of that. Hello World. This is the first Hello World since I guess 2, 3 years ago, right? No, since like 2 years ago. This is the first Hello World for 2 years. I was completely done with it because I was like, uh, but this is exactly part of this. So whether I like it or not, I have to do it. And if I'm going to say that I'm going to be committed to changing and being better, this helps keep me grounded. This will help keep me from spazzing all the way out. Yes, I can spaz out. Y'all know I can. Or maybe you don't know, but I can. But please know that our world is than what we are programmed to believe. If we just look at the good things that happen in our communities, not to say that more the bad, I'm just saying let's look a little bit more at the good things that are going on in our communities. Shine those lights. Encourage those people who are doing good in their communities, just so that they have the encouragement. Sometimes those people get discouraged and feel like they're alone. But we all have to come along aside each other, help. And if you feel like the world is not a good place, what you going to do to make it better? What you going to do? That's the challenge. What you going to do? Are you going to step aside? Or going to join? Appreciate all that came through. Um, again, my name is Joy from Be the Difference. And please make sure you follow on all social media platforms at btdllc. Definitely like, subscribe, and share. I'm going to be here on Hello World another. I just have to think about maybe I'll share a little bit more. At the end of the day, my name is Joy from The Difference, and I am signing out on another episode of Hello Word. Oh my gosh. Hold on, y'all. Wait a second. That is not the ending that I wanted to do. Like voice cracking and stuff. Crackety crack. Okay, I still got a decent little voice with some tone to it. So, my name is Joy from Memphis, and I am signing out on another episode of Hello World.